Our first daily headline is Doubting Thomas. Our buddy and Knicks insider Frank Isiah sent out a tweet this morning, which I think he knew was going to rock the New York sports world and all Knicks fans. Frank tweeting out, one person close to the Knicks described Isiah Thomas as a dark horse candidate to become Knicks president. End quote. Now, Isiah denied it with a tweet of his own about 40 minutes ago. Still, he is the only Knicks executive whose incompetence, his rival Phil Jackson's incompetence, but James Dolan love him. Isiah Thomas was the guy. The incompetence was tremendous. The Marbury disaster, the Eddie Curry disaster, the Tracy McGrady and Steve Francis disaster, the Larry Brown disaster, the Anuka Brown-Sanders disaster, all happened under Isiah. But Dolan still loves him. So, Moose, could Isiah really be in play to come back and run the Knicks?
Well, you know why he's still in play, potentially, is because Isiah knows how to work a room, and he certainly knows how to work James Dolan like a puppet, basically. But, you know, I have a hard time believing it, and I don't think that Isiah necessarily is going to get this job. But would it be beyond reproach? Would it be beyond reason or rational? No. I mean, honestly,
well, reason,
you look at,
yes.
Well, when you look at James Dolan, what are the reasons?
James Dolan's
there
right.
are no repercussions if he makes this hire. What are the repercussions? What, he gets some bad PR? He gets some bad headlines? Yeah. Are the pockets still going to be filled? Are people going to still show up and watch at Madison Square Garden? They absolutely will.
See, you and I disagree. You know, I think this is the one move he could make that would cause people to stay away. Regardless, you think he's in play?
Yeah, I definitely think he's in play. I don't care
what. This is your dream scenario.
Yeah, I don't care what he says. You know, I'm a believer. You know,
Bob's praying for it.
Right. You know, you're very close to that. But I also agree with Mark when he said, you know, it's not going to turn off the fan base because Phil Jackson left such a bad stench here on the way out.
Isiah didn't?
Isiah did, but he left a long time ago. People forget they're really hurt by the Jackson situation. You know, the fans were cheering and applauding. So Isiah, they may remember just the good stuff he did.
So the answer is, let's take this guy who was incompetent and bring back someone who was just as bad?
That's a Dolan move.
Well, you're right.
Selling the fans a little short. Their memories aren't that short. I know Dolan's capable of anything, but I think even he has a limit to how far he'll go to infuriate his customers. And you're right, the place will be full, but I still don't think he wants to just, as I said, infuriate, because Knicks fans, I think, will be completely, they'll go nuts if Isiah Thomas is gone.
Well, did he infuriate fans when he got Charles Oakley thrown out of the
That's of a very personal nature to him. And I hear you. This is a personal nature, too, because he loves Isiah.
Right.
But here's my take on this, knowing Frank a little bit, right? Frank talks to Isiah. Now, I did not talk to Frank today. I believe this came from Isiah. I believe Isiah texted Frank. Now, I don't know that for a fact. That's just my sense. Of Isiah wants to have his name in the news for a day before he comes out and denies it. And you know what? Frank is right to tweet it because it is possible.
Whether that's the case or not, here's the situation could go something like this. They look for a GM or a president, and they can't really find anybody, or people don't want to take the job or whatever. So who's left there? Isiah. The other scenario is you make Isiah president and let someone else be the GM.
Right. Well, tell me right now, who's the guy that's the easiest fit in? I mean, Steve Mills has a relationship with Isiah Thomas, right? There's no question about it. Isiah Thomas will let Jeff Hornacek run the team as he sees fit and coach the team. No, he will. I mean, honestly, he will, because he won't let the ego get in the way as he did with Larry Brown, because that was a power play more so than anything else. So you look at, if you're not going to go out there and get the Toronto general manager, and you're not going to bring David Griffin in, because those guys are going to want to clear house, right? So all the Dolan guys that are there, all of a sudden their jobs will be on the line. So for everybody in Madison Square Garden, does it make sense to bring in a guy that you have some familiarity with? It does make sense to bring some guy in.
But not if you want to win and you want to be respected.
The Knicks aren't winning anytime soon.
One thing you said about the Isola connection here with what he might have done. Remember this. They hate Frank so much that they might have told Isiah, put it out that you're not interested. Make Isola look bad.
Well, but see, I don't think it makes Frank look bad because, listen, Frank has great.
It doesn't make him look bad, but they think it makes him look bad.
Well, I mean, listen, the one move, I really believe this, the one move he could make, and you said this in the green room, and it's a great point. The one move he could make that would anger everybody is this move. He has got actually the media and everyone on his side now for a rare moment. Run with it, James Dolan.
Well, but it's briefly. It is absolutely briefly. Right now, we're in that window right now, and I got to
leave it there.
I understand that, but that is a brief moment.
But you can
run with aptitude at Madison.
You can run with it and extend that moment.